I mean, and one of the things that, discussions I've had with people, you know, both, friends abroad and friends here, family members here and stuff like that is like, well, why can't we just put restrictions on certain things?
Mhm.
Hate speech. Why can't we put a restriction on hate speech? And as a former prosecutor, I prosecuted cases like that. And it's one of those things where, yes, you can do this, but here's the slippery slope is that once you create legislation, once you create a law, it may be interpreted the way that you want at this point in time, but the thing is, you're not all the people that create this law are not always going to be the ones in power. And that if it's a law that is created and you use it as, as a cudgel
Mhm.
to use the terms of one of my favorite commentators, I can use this as a cudgel against you. But just be aware that at some point you're not going to be in power anymore, and then that cudgel can be used against you. Don't create a law that you want imposed unless you're ready to have it imposed directly against you. And one of the other things that I think that people, you know, since I can't comment on certain countries, I will comment on one where I know I can, China, because I'm probably never going to go there, and they'll never let me in anyway. Um, but China, they can restrict not just your speech, but based upon what you do, you get a social score. And you have everything is tied to their digital ID. They have a digital ID system there. Your banking account, your personal information, everything about you is tied to that singular digital ID. And that they can restrict you from travel. They can they can shut down your banking accounts. They can do anything, any number of different things based upon how well you comply with what the rules are. You get out of line, you say something that you're not supposed to, you do something you're not supposed to, you're shut down.
Right.
And all I'll say is take a look at other countries that are now considering that.
But
And that's scary.
but one of the things that Lou said, I think, is really important to touch upon. You talk about hate speech, and there are certain things I think that we all can agree are grotesque and immoral and horrific to say. But at the end of the day, who defines what's hate speech? That's the slippery slope. And if you start with something, as Lou said to begin with a little while ago, the one thing about the First Amendment, it's either all or nothing.